Hi, my name is Adam, and we're continuing in the Dean Permits for the catalogs. We'll show you the MCCS Chapter 1 program review. You can volunteer as an American as a Marine Corps Community Service, and this brings me to my 501 and teens. You can get, this is the volunteer demographics, your plan of action milestones, your updated ACCS support community service. Basically, you fill this out at the DAV and they'll get you behind your back. And I personally picked DOD mail clerk, and this is my internship, so that one's that. Alright, and it's following on with the other ones where I told you can make federal. Hi, Adam here with your Dean Press pink folder number 2. Or, sorry, number 1. We'll go with number 1. You got your code, your Title 49 Code, Federal Registries 218, your Railroad Operating Procedure and Practices, and it goes over the rules and purposes. Basically, 49 is the whole Department of Transportation, and it goes into railroad transportation, Amtrak's, and highway support, and primarily pumping and stuff like this. Protection of the train railroads. You can make commissions and flag protection. We'll go from, look at these figures as they go from $750 to $950, in between $11,000 to $13,000. You'd get a good commission, about a grand or couple grands out of that. What you need to know how to do is you gotta learn how to fix a journal case and run the brakeman. That's basically all we're asking. The brakeman wave like that. Good to go, and they'll pick you up. But you're probably going to do that out on the line without being with them, you know, getting hired first. You get your age, coupler, draft, bearing, truck, under frame, and wheels. What we call the Navy Flat 301 crew licensing that I'm going to be doing is in a 5000.1 and 5000.2 DOD issuances, and they go with an op navyist, and the crew operator test is actually in the back of Navy Flag 301, and it includes the equipment operator, the conductor's operator, and your brakeman, your field operators. And if I have that book already on video DVD, so whoever takes the class will learn it, or if I ever post a website with it on there, it'd take too much memory, but it'll go over the whole book. And that's basically railroad car safety and standards you'll find in Title 49 in the Code Federal Registry. And that's a very important thing if you want to get involved federally with the railroads. And then we'll move on to this folder, which goes into state agency organization operations of the Florida Public Service Commission, State of Florida. You may have to take an oath, and the railroad titles, you'll see commission statements, economic regulations, regulatory, basically, and then we'll go over your federal wage or records of commission acts and your commission orders and notice of the address files. And I can order these guys do the commission conferences for the G4 address garrison charter committee, or otherwise deputy sheriffs out of the 2121 GE branch, you know. And that is that, and I guess this last one I have is the Title 48. I guess I went to Code Federal Regulations that go through each one of them, starting at 1 through 49. There's supposed to be about 50 of them, but Title 50 is not all the time. And I guess here's the federal grade wage system. And this comes down in federal wage job grading standards of the 3502 HRCD-2 December 1996 of Labor 3052. And the work covered, work not covered, grade levels note 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. You can be federal paid, and work not covered. It goes with the work covered, work not covered, the grade levels. This goes up to operators. Like railroad maintenance vehicle operator is grade 7, and they play, and it depends on if you want to be Division 1 or 2. Locomotive engineering is 5737. Locomotive engineering TS 25 June, or should I say October 1979. Goes with the wood cover, the intermediate help, and the jobs of the grade. You have your skills and knowledge of grade 9, and some of them are rebalancing the surfaces. When you're in route, you'll have to figure out, have or done your transportation discrepancy. Let's see if I can't start pulling this away. You'll have your acceptance of MREs, your inspection and worksheet of the diesel locomotive and cranes. More of that. There's more. I made enough paper for myself to kind of. You'll be given travel vouchers from the company if you get hired by a RIC company. Here we go over military mail dispatch. I mean, we carry, these things are about 50 tons of cars, so you know they can stack out and be some marble. Recreation and training technology and goods and services. Everything's GTC tracked. You don't have to call everybody up and ask where it's at. You can look it on the internet or call them up and GT track your find your own stock. And what's good about, go ahead and flip it if you need to. The good thing about railroads is after 8 years in the Army service, you can rent and lease all your Federal Reserve tanker cars that hold about 80,000. They're 80,000 tons, and they're 80% filled with gasoline. 20% is off the top, so it doesn't buffer or bounce. In between, they hold buffer cars and bumper cars, so the has-been train does not get mixed up. And I don't know if railroads will tell you the sequence, but they usually some railroad locomotives only spend their time in the yard. Some travel down the pipeline. Some are circuit trains, and some are Amtraks, and some are just generally run as an extra unit. And we'll cut with that. Are we good?